Welcome to Marketecture, where you can get smart fast with in-depth interviews of leading technology vendors. I'm Mike Shields. I'm here with Sean Buckley. He's the Chief Revenue Officer at Magnite. Hey, Sean.
Mike, it's great to be here.
Thanks for being here. I'm excited to get into your company, one of the more interesting ones in the space. Let's start from the top with some of the basics, because your company has an interesting history and there's a lot of different pieces that have come together. Can you just tell us when the company was founded, where you're based?
Yeah, Magnite, as it stands today, is actually a relatively young company, about 2 years old. And it was formed out of the combination of a few different organizations, namely Rubicon Project, Telaria, and SpotX. And so we're super excited now to bring to the market a really innovative and wide array of products and capabilities with all of those assets and talent under one roof. The company is headquartered in New York with multiple locations around the US and around the world. And we have about 900 employees total.
Can you start with historically what the three pieces, what their primary products were, and then we're going to get into like what you were working on today?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll probably touch on a little bit more than just the three sort of larger companies coming together. In terms of the way we structure the business now, we really have three major platform pillars inside of the business. So first, you have what we call our DV Plus business. This is mainly rooted in the legacy Rubicon Project technology. And this is the platform for all of the non-CTV formats. So this would be display, short form video, and also formats like digital out of home and audio.
Okay.
The second major pillar is our programmatic CTV platform. And so this is coming to fruition through the combination of legacy Telaria and legacy SpotX. So really the two market leaders in programmatic CTV coming together under a singular platform and a singular group. And then the third pillar is actually the SpringServe business. So this was an acquisition that sort of came in conjunction with SpotX, given the investment that SpotX had made in SpringServe. And this is our ad serving platform. So this is our focus on what media owners need in a modern ad server based on where the industry is now and where it's headed.
Right.
And SpringServe has a video focus. So we're focused on primarily on connected TV, but also OLV with that platform.
Okay. A lot to unpack there, but let's maybe start. Well, let's be clear. You are, tell me if I'm correct, you strictly serve the supply side of the business, the sell side?
The technology we build is to support media owners in running their advertising businesses, right? So that is the primary focus of the company. With that being said, we do have substantial resources working in conjunction with the buy side, helping connect the buy side community with our platform customers. But I think your assessment is correct. The technology we build and develop is primarily focused on the supply side.
Okay. And in terms of what was previously the Rubicon Project's core platform, I assume that has, like, in terms of this merger, you have not had to rebuild everything or turn that into a video product or a CTV product. Instead, that sort of exists as it was, and the new platform is a combination of the other two pieces.
Yeah, look, we're constantly innovating and evolving the platforms, but yes, we've kept the Rubicon Project technology and platform, which is now referred to as the DV Plus platform,
right?
Primarily focused on the core formats that it was designed around. So again, display, online video as the two primaries, and then some of these emerging formats like audio and digital out of home. Right. And I think what this points to is, in our view, particularly around CTV, it's quite difficult, and I would argue probably not the right path to take technology that was designed for the display world, for example, and just try to repurpose it for connected TV.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking. Like, did you need to do that? It sounds like it was a very different base that you built this stuff upon.
That's right. The businesses, particularly CTV, as compared to the other major formats like display and online video, those businesses operate so differently and are, in many cases, different constituents, different customer base, and very different priorities and operating models. We do feel that it is critical to build technology and develop technology from the ground up, specifically designed for the CTV space.
Right. In terms of your CTV product, obviously, like you said, everything's ever evolving. But is it you're still a new company? Is it done yet? Are you still like? I guess are you still integrating, or is your product ready for the market as you envision it?
First and foremost, I would say I don't think we view that will ever be done, right? We're constantly going to be iterating and innovating. The integration between legacy SpotX and legacy Telaria is definitely still in motion. We're working very closely with our customer base, and our teams are hard at work to bring those platforms together. What's really exciting is, first of all, I think those were the two clear market leaders in programmatic CTV. But with that being said, and having come from the SpotX side, there were definitely things that I was envious of that the Telaria team was really good at and clearly had an edge at. And I would probably say the same. There are probably some things that the SpotX platform had that were advantages. And now we get to unify those capabilities and really provide our customers with a best of both worlds scenario. And I also want to highlight the fact that the talent and the institutional knowledge and the expertise from both sides are now shoulder to shoulder working together really closely, which I think, especially in a space like CTV, can't be understated. It's so unique and that knowledge is so valuable. I think that's another really important differentiator for us as a company.
Okay, let's talk about specifically what your products do. I think, historically, supply side platforms would help aggregate a bunch of inventory so that buyers could use their DSP and plug in and buy across a bunch of different properties or do private exchanges. What does this new product do with CTV? Is it just the same kind of model in a different medium, or let's get into specifics and how it works?
To the prior point around building technology from the ground up, dedicated to CTV, I think exactly what you described, like having the lens of the historical, maybe display-centric view of what an SSP does and trying to apply that to connected TV probably results in some meaningful inaccuracies. And I'll give you some examples of that. So like, number one, the CTV business is primarily deal-driven. Nearly 90% of the transactions we see across the platform happen privately via deals. Now, if you look at the display space, which obviously we have a really deep insight into as well, it's a totally different business. It's almost the inverse, where the majority of the transactions happen in the open marketplace, which is an entirely different architecture.
Thanks for listening. To hear the complete interview, subscribe at marketecture.tv.